Hello mates, my name is Risk. Welcome back to another episode of God's Basement. Previous episode went as smoothly as you thought. This episode, I actually don't know what awaits us. All I know is that we made a stupid decision, or a weird decision. I don't know if you can say it's stupid. I mean, yes, it is stupid, but it makes you righteous when you think about it, because you're a good person, right? Anyway, let's drop that subject at the moment and focus at what we need to do next, because I do want to know what happens next to this story. Do we end up killing the grandmother, or do we end up just, finding out the truth, and then figuring out we were taking care of a monster all along, while we also ruin our future? Which is always good to find out stuff like that. Just put some salt in those wounds. Make that wound a little bit lively. Anyway, time right now is 9:59. Interesting. I don't really know where else to go, so I think we're gonna be wandering around. And it seems like we have a basement here, so I'm assuming everything is gonna go down in the basement. If I had to assume. Okay. So this is my new house, I assume? Because I don't recall seeing this house. We were at Grandma's house previously. I can check drawers. That's interesting. So there could be something in the drawers. Anyway, let's go down here. Okay, there's the hammer, which I assume used to kill, Granny. Or my parents. Either one of the two. And I have a hammer now. I don't really know what I'm using it for. Sorrow. Was this here before? The only reason I decided to check the room is because the door is just like halfway open. Oh, I guess it's always halfway open. My bad. I didn't know that. But Sorrow. Hey, there is planks right here. I guess I will remove them when somebody actually placed them. I don't know. Maybe I found the hammer too early. Here I am singing a happy melody. And you can clearly hear somebody crying on the other side. So yeah, sorry. I forgot that the gameplay of the game is like a walking simulator and that I'm supposed to look at something. And since I found something to look at, I should probably look at it. So I can clearly hear somebody crying. Building a barricade. I guess I made up my mind? Do I need another tool to carry out my well, or do I need to find another note on the wall somewhere? Oh, there is a note right here. I didn't see that. Okay. Clean up the broken plate, hide kitchen knife under bed, check emails on phone, nail wooden planks on door. Okay, 4 is crossed off then. Turn off all the lights and go to bed. So we only have to clean the broken plates, hide kitchen knife under bed, and check emails and turn off lights. Okay, I'm good about that. So broken plates would either be next to the barricaded door because that's her. Oh, or either the kitchen. It's what I was trying to finish my sentence. So I'm cleaning the plate. I'm not sure if that's the only one, but I believe it said in the note only plate. Oh no. Okay, it's at plates. So we gotta go around the house doing that, I guess. Seems like I had absolutely enough of her. But this may be a problem. Wait. Why do I have to hide the kitchen knife? What for? Okay, give me the knife. Okay, let's start with that. Not sure about that. I'm really not sure about all this. But I will be keeping eyes on the floor. Checking for more broken plates. But man, how many plates do I have? Think about how much money I spend on plates alone, considering she breaks a few every single day. And there is none in my room. None over here. Okay, so let's hide the knife under the bed. Oh. Police comes in and they're like, oh, I see. From here it seems like I have some sort of fetish because we can't properly see the knife. Anyway. We cleaned. We hid the knife. We also barricaded the door. Now all that is left is to check the emails on the phone. It is unfortunate that you have declined our scholarship program. Thank you for applying, and we hope that you are successful in all your future academic endeavors. Oh man, it's just... That email was just pulling more fuel to the fire. What the hell? Okay, so I'm gonna start turning off all the lights. Let's start with the basement, shall we? Oh wait, there is no light switch in the basement. Is there a switch on the... Okay, nope. There is no switch on the light bulb. I guess turn off all the light except the basement. Alright. Oh, there you go. There you go. Turn off the bathroom. Grandma, turn off your light, please. Thank you. And I think that's it. I think I'm gonna go to bed. Oh. I guess I have to turn off the light, right? Hey, how do... Oh, never mind. I just go to sleep. Guys, if you want to see more of this game, let's hit for around 200 likes. I'm really enjoying this game. I'm really enjoying the narrative, so... Thank you for leaving a like. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm clearly sleeping, but there is a window over there, and I can hear somebody walking. Did I not barricade you? I heard her. I think she's right next to my bed. Never mind, she's just knocking. Still knocking. Wait, why would you like to wander around it like... Okay, maybe she has to take a piss, I understand. There is a fly right here. I need to kill it if I want... Okay, Grandma, I won't touch the fly. She really wants to get out. Is she out? I cannot tell. Yeah, I don't think she's out. If she was out, I would hear the door open. She still has to open the door, you know? Do I have a weapon? I don't have a weapon. I heard the door open. Man, those chicken arms! You know, they kicked my ass before. I'm not surprised they destroyed those planks as well. I would never be able to break a barricaded door from another side. Man, that's crazy. How strong is she? And more importantly, where did she go? She's somewhere around the house now. Hello? Well, she disappeared while breaking another goddamn plate. I told you I waste so much money on plates. This is ridiculous now. She woke up just to... What is that? Pain, are you full of it? Patience, are you out of it? When will your suffering end? That's written by me. Or, I don't know.
Pain, are you full of it? Patience, are you out of it? James, when will your suffering end?
That's her.
You wanted her to die, didn't you? Not for her sake, but for your own. You yearned for her death, not because her suffering would cease. It was because yours would cease as well.
I mean, that's all on James. I just have to say it. You decided to decline the scholarship. You decided to stay home. So, you suffering right now is nobody but your own stupid decision. You can't blame your grandmother for this. Your grandmother did not decide for you to stay. That's not her word. That's not her call. It's yours. So I'm sorry, James, but... What's going on here? Today I found my laptop broken. I left her alone for just a few minutes while I was in the bathroom, and I guess she walked into my bedroom and had an episode. I'll have to drain my savings in order to replace it. James. Oh no, I know exactly what's going on. She's taking the piss out of me. I mean, not on purpose. She had an episode. Not on purpose, but whatever she's doing, it takes the piss out of James. And I'm gonna end up murdering her. Drain my savings. Man, that hurts to say it. That really does.
Do you feel the resentment pulsating through your veins? Do you feel the last breath of patience exiting your body? Do you feel the rage welling up, overflowing, displacing empathy, sympathy, and love? Do you hear it? It's calling you. A way out. Follow it. Let it guide you.
I think I know what I'm doing in God's basement. I ended up killing her. James, despite of how of a good person he is, because of his stupid decisions, he actually descended to the point of killing his grandmother. Again, the only reason I'm here killing her is because of my stupid decision to decline scholarship. Yeah, she would probably die if he left her, but it's better than murdering her, because murdering her not only screws my entire life even more from the ground up and forever, but also it's less pleasant. Oh, this door is locked. How is it loading? Okay. So the area resetted itself, or is this... No, this is the basement area. A couple brutally murdered. A brutal crime scene emerged this weekend within a quiet suburban neighborhood. Two victims, Neil Young and Sarah Young, were viciously stabbed by an unknown assailant. The two parents leave an infant son behind. Authorities do not have any lead, and it was reported that each victim was stabbed over 30 times, resulting in the face of the victims to be heavily distorted and mangled. The brutal crime has shocked the local community. I did something unspeakable. I killed them. I murdered them both.
Boxes, you found an interesting set of documents that revealed the truth about your past. Your grandparents were involved in an accident that killed your grandfather and your infant brother. It wasn't your grandmother's fault entirely, but your parents couldn't help but put the blame on her. With no family or friends left, living a hopeless and bleak existence, your grandmother decided to murder them. With your parents out of the way, she could raise you all by herself. Her desire was selfish and evil. That was all you needed. A way to justify her death. A way to break the burden of taking care of her. Do you remember what you did? I'll walk you through it once more, just in case you've forgotten.
I want to finish reading this. I murdered them both. They didn't know what to do. I had nothing left to live, or... I'm sorry. Okay, what does this article say? Fatal accident in the crash. Okay. We already read that at the very beginning of the game. That was the first thing we read, I believe. Dear Mother, sorry I haven't been answering. Yeah, we already read that somewhere around the beginning. They never answered any of my letters. Yeah. So it's like all the reasons why she killed them. Oh, this is not good. Killing her because she killed my parents makes it a bit more reasonable to kill her. Because this far, I only criticized James for wanting to kill her, but only because of his full decisions. Because the desire to kill did not came from her harming the parents. It came from a bad decision of refusing the scholarship and taking care of her so much. I'm not her grandson anymore. I'm her caretaker. Oh no. But now I'm like, okay, James, you earned that one. I did say she's a monster in the beginning of the game. I did say she's a monster. It's just that you can't just go around. Wait. Number one, get the knife, get the radio, get the phone, place the knife on her bed, replace the old radio, place the phone on the table outside the door, when outside her room. What? So I'm trying to make it to seem as if she stabbed herself. My knife is in my room. This is my room. Why is it locked? This is her room with a rocking chair. And I need a new radio. Why is that? I'm not gonna go to the goddamn grocery store and get a new radio. You gotta be crazy if you think about that. Alright, let's just look around. I assume we can find in the kitchen a new knife. And there is another note here. Oh, it's the same thing. There is the knife in the radio. Oh, there's the phone as well. Alright, I got it. So, maybe now this will work, because I tried placing it on the bed before, but it didn't work, so... Now that I have all the items, it's bound to make something happen. So, let's start with the radio. Nope, still nothing. Oh, there you go. I placed the knife on the bed. What now? Radio? Where did I say to place the phone? Did I say where to place the phone? Place the phone on the table outside the door. This one?
Yes, I'm talking to you. Are you listening to me? I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to trust me. Are you in pain? Do you want that pain to go away? I can show you a way out, but you're going to have to do exactly what I say. Don't worry, very soon you won't feel any pain at all. You won't have to suffer any longer. The first thing I want you to do is to grab the knife on your bed. You're doing a great job. It's very sharp, so please be careful with it. The next step is to gently press the knife against your stomach. You're doing a wonderful job. Now, press a little harder. Keep applying more pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh of your stomach. You might feel quite a bit of pain, but that's going to be temporary. You're doing a great job. I want you to pull the knife out. Is there a warm, red fluid gushing out of your stomach? If so, then you applied enough pressure. I know that this might be painful, but pretty soon it's going to be all over. I want you to repeat the process, except now go a little to the right of the original spot. Keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. Now that you've done the process twice, for the third time, go to the left of the original spot. Once again, keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. You're doing a great job. Now return to the original spot. I want you to jab the knife into the wound 3 times. This time, don't slowly apply pressure. I want you to press the knife into your stomach as hard as you can. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. You're doing a wonderful job. Are you in pain? Are you suffering? I know you are, but don't worry. It'll all go away soon. This is the last step. Are you ready? All you have to do is to repeat the process, except this time, press the knife against your neck. Whenever you're ready, just quickly thrust the knife into your neck. Then very soon, all the pain will go away. That's it. Let it all go. Pass on into the next world, wherever that might be. Goodbye. I can guarantee you will not be missed.
She's a monster, but does she deserve a death like this? Manipulating herself to kill her?
James, you murdered her. You knew about her delusions. She always talked about the man in the radio, so you decided to become that character. You replaced the old radio, and then played an audio file telling her to stab herself repeatedly with a knife. You knew she was delusional and had episodes of schizophrenia. She followed your instructions and eventually bled to death due to her self-inflicted injuries. Since all the evidence pointed to a suicide, you weren't charged with anything. You finally got what you wanted. You were finally free. You might be wondering how exactly you ended up dead. Well, for the first few months, you lived your life carefree. You actually enjoyed life to some extent, not being tied down by an ill relative. But eventually, that all came crashing down. It started off with brief, horrific, gruesome nightmares. Visions of her stabbing herself endlessly, blood gushing out of her wounds, flooding your mind with blood-red guilt. Slowly, these nightmares leaked into your daily life. You'd see her out of the corner of your eye, whether you were driving, walking down the street, or at work. Even though you killed her, she never really left. She lived in your mind and haunted you every day until you eventually couldn't fall asleep. Every time you closed your eyes, even for the briefest of moments, she'd manifest in your subconscious. Eventually, you went to the hospital and you were prescribed sleep medicine, but that only suppressed the issue. Slowly, your body adjusted to the medicine and you needed to increase the dose for the medicine to be effective. This process kept repeating until you were taking multiple times the recommended amount. You were addicted until one night you overdosed on sleep medication. Right now, in this moment, your physical body is currently in a hospital bed, hovering between the thin line of life and death. You're still probably wondering why you're here in God's basement. I'll finally tell you who I am and what this place really is. God's basement is a realm for those who have committed great sin but are still redeemable. The individuals that arrive in God's basement relive their own versions of hell, allowing them to reflect on their life and watch their slow descent into evil. Their resentment, hate, bitterness, and jealousy accumulate until those emotions manifest themselves through atrocious acts, yours being murder. You were backed into a corner, watching your life slowly pass you by. All those opportunities you sacrificed. All that potential wasted. You became bitter and resentful. Many could sympathize with you. Many might have even done the same. You were hopeless, and it felt like you were inside a living hell. I am called the Operator. I am an entity that manifests in God's basement. I manifest myself in different ways depending on the person. My job is to guide the person inside God's basement and allow them to relive their life from a different perspective. In your case, I manifested with many characteristics resembling the man in the radio. Hopefully this explanation cleared everything up. You're still probably wondering what happens now that you have all your memories. I mentioned earlier that God's basement are for those who are still redeemable. Even though you committed an atrocious sin, you were trapped in a hopeless existence. Also, the person you killed wasn't really your grandmother. She was a shell of her former self. Your grandmother died long ago. Part of you wanted to see her suffering cease. Your crime was both cruel and merciful at the same time. You are going to get a second chance at life. Pretty soon you're going to wake up in a hospital bed out of your drug-induced coma. Learn to live with what you did. The feelings of guilt, paranoia, and pain will never completely go away. James, make the most out of life and be grateful for this second chance. One last thing. Good luck.
Got him. I mean, I would give James a second chance if I were to decide, looking at this over and out. But then again, this didn't have to happen. This is just because of James' terrible decisions. He could have just taken the scholarship. Yes, maybe she would have died in a bit of a worse cause, starvation or something like that. But at least you wouldn't throw all your life away. You wouldn't, like, this crime wouldn't have to be done. Killing her in such a vicious way. That was God's Basement, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to support the channel so I can keep making videos, you can do so on the top right corner of the screen. Card info. It will take you to my Patreon page. And even if you decide to support with $1, it would be... Stop knocking the mic. It would be super great, helpful, and I would be super grateful. So, thank you for playing the game. Hey, developer, thank you for making the game. What are you talking about, dummy? So yeah, thank you guys so much for checking it out. Thank you guys for watching this series with me. This was a very, very fun game. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.